After months of anticipation, the day's finally here. We get to test out the Motorguide xi3 on my Outlaw 11.5. Oh, there's some alarms going off. So what we're doing today, I've actually gone 45 minutes south of me to go trout fishing. So we're going to try this out. I've got some gear on. I have my first tournament next weekend. I really want to make sure everything's dialed in and everything's working properly, obviously, before we get into this tournament. We're going to go out today, test out the motor, see if we can get on some Lakers too, and just have a fun day. So let's go. We're going to do the official first drop in here and see how we go. Got my pull cord down here. I don't know how well you guys are going to see this, but press, a little push. Oh, let me push a little bit more, I guess. I gotta put the bungee on it still. Help to push it down. There we go. We are in the water. And now my fancy remote. Take a second for that motor to clip in. And we're off. This is speed 2, I believe, and we're actually moving pretty good already. Wow. Do notice, like, I do have a lot of weight in here, so where you should have that stability on the side, it's certainly getting a lot closer to the water there. So something you have to be aware of. This is great, not having to paddle, and especially for today. So I'm going to be lake trout fishing, so I'm going to be able to find these deeper holes, hit the spot lock on this, and just stay above these fish. So now I can just gently cruise around and find these holes and check my graph, and yeah, we'll be able to find them and get on them. So this is pretty exciting. Turns beautifully. Like I said, this is only on 3, so. Okay, so we're at full speed right now, and Navionics is telling me I'm doing between 6 and 6.7 kilometers an hour at full speed. Oh, we got a big drop off here, so I'm actually gonna slow down. This is what I'm looking for. Yeah, so huge drop off right here. And that's exactly what I'm looking for, to find these Lakers. So I'm gonna search around here. So yeah, almost 7 kilometers an hour at full speed. That's pretty impressive. Okay, so now I've gone on Navionics, and basically I've set a spot where I caught that Laker this winter. So now I've just used the auto guide mode. So basically I've pointed myself in the direction that Navionics is telling me. I've hit that, and now it's taking me there, so it doesn't matter the wind or anything. The motor's going to auto-correct itself and keep me on that right path. So now I've actually, rather than paddling all this time and stuff like I have been before, I can pay more attention to my graph and see what's going on with bottom structure and everything else. So I'm pretty well hands-free, and I can really focus more on the fishing and finding these locations. So it's definitely going to be a great year for me, I think, and a big help. It's getting pretty windy out here. You can see we've got a good chop going on. I'm doing about 5 kilometers an hour against the wind right now. Waves kind of crashing over the boat here. It's handling very well. So I'm super impressed with this. I'm definitely noticing with all this added weight, I'll be a lot more cautious in the type of weather I go through. I used to go in some pretty crazy weather and not worried about flipping, but definitely there's a little more instability in the kayak now. But this motor, I'm telling you, is handling it beautifully. So super happy with it. Going against these waves. I'm kind of gone in a little closer to shore there, so I'm not hitting such big waves. But again, super impressed, super happy. So I went into shore and warmed up for a little bit there. Got a little cold with that chop, and the weather's died down a little bit. So in 2 hours, I did 10 kilometers, average speed of about 4 kilometers an hour. And that's even going against those waves and everything else. While I was traveling through those waves with the wind against me, I was doing over 5 kilometers an hour. So super impressed with that. And again, that's only running about half speed. I'm trying to see as much battery as I can get out of this thing. And other videos I saw is around the, I believe it was 14 or 15 setting, you were basically maxing your amp hours out of it, where anything above that, you really weren't gaining enough speed to justify the amount of battery. So an optimal amount that I saw before was, again, setting 14 or 15. So I was running, or I believe, around 12 for a lot of it. And like I said, I've already done 10 kilometers. So what I'm going to do now is kind of stay close, or at least in the bay here, near where the launch is. And I really want to test this battery out. I want to know exactly what I'm going to be getting out of this. So having that performance test of, you know, the amount of wind we had earlier, it's just starting to pick up a little bit again right now, and see where we end up. So I really want to put this thing through its paces, so I know come tournament days, you know, how far I can really travel and be safe. So that's what we're going to do now. Let's see how we do. Well, I ended up finishing the day doing about 18 kilometers according to Navionics. Definitely more than I was expecting, considering I'm running a 92 amp hour lead acid battery. It did work very well. By the time I got home and I did check the charge on it, I still had 63% of my charge. And actually going into the following tournament weekend, I did over 20 kilometers before the red light actually came on. And the insane weather that I was in during that tournament, the heavy winds, the high waves, it was an experience that you'll definitely have to check out that next video. But I was super happy with this test run. Everything ran very well, and I'm looking forward to an absolutely phenomenal season. If you have any questions about the setup or how I've rigged it up, I do have a video on how I did do it all. But any more questions, please feel free to reach out, guide you the best I can. I had a great day on the water and lots more to come. Fishing's a huge element in my life. I hope it's a huge element in yours. So wherever you are, live the element.